Yeah, okay. It's early as hell for me to be recording because I usually record like late at night or like around I say around 3 or 4 in the morning. But yeah, had to go ahead and get this shit now. This is gonna be what if Deku couldn't cry? And this is not gonna be a quirk thing or whatever. Uh, Deku is gonna have a quirk in this one, but never mind, you'll see. Uh, we go to the day that Deku is being born. As we're at the hospital now, and we see Inko there pushing out the grunting and shit, and the doctor's like, push, push, come on, Inko, push, and a nurse is thinking, where's Hasashi? As a little while later, Deku comes out as he's crying, but without tears coming out of his eyes. And when the nurse come back, she comes in looking like sad and shit. As she says, Inko, Hisashi is dead. He died on the way here in a car crash. Somebody had basically blindsided him from the side of a road. He died on impact. As Inko is like crying like Hisashi. And Hisashi's money transferred over to like Inko and them. Cause I'm gonna say he saved like some money and shit while he was at work. So yeah. So Inko is not living in an apartment. She's living in a normal house. With like 2 bedrooms. The second bedroom is basically guest room for now because Izuku's still a kid. Yeah. So Deku was never still able to cry. Well, he is able to cry. He just no tears. Didn't I say Deku didn't have tears? Like that what it is, or would have like if I'm correct, I said this is what if Deku couldn't cry, right? So he doesn't cry when he comes out the womb. He come out with a straight ass face, looking like Psyche. I don't know what that is. You can just search it up. But yeah. As Deku Izuku Midoriya comes like he just goes to his mom like Mama. Oh my gosh, his first words. As she picks him up, hugs him. As she's crying tears of joy. I don't know if you heard me. Say she picks him up and hugs him as she's crying tears of joy. And yeah, we time skip to Izuku as he's 4, and Deku is very happy because today he gets to see his quirk. As he runs into Iko's room, as she's sleeping on the bed peacefully and quietly. As Deku begins to jump on the bed, like bouncing on the bed. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Basically. Come on, we gotta go to the quirk doctor. Come on, mom. As Iko wakes up, wait a second, Izu. Wait a second, Izu. as she begins. Fuck. She picks Izuku up, put him down the ground. Wait till I get ready, okay? As 15 minutes later, they're in the car. They're driving to the court doctor. They're right there. They sit there for around 5 minutes, and the court doctor says, "Demidorius, please come up." As Inka's like, "Come on, Izuku, that's us." As Deku, he's not hopping around and stuff. He just super happy and trying to contain it, basically. And he doesn't actually have an All Might figure. He actually He has an Eraserhead figure. Because he likes Eraserhead better. Oh yeah, and this person in the picture, that's really how Deku looks. He has his father's hair, because that's how she gonna have black hair in this. So yeah. He still has his green eyes. Like, they're bright green eyes right now. And just imagine the younger version of this person. This is how Deku is gonna look in college, yeah. College. But yeah. Deku goes in there, court doctor, says, "Sorry kid, but this is gonna hurt." As Deku's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna be a hero. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this hurt me." As the court doctor chuckles as he gets some of Izuku's blood. As Deku, God damn it. As Deku, fuck. What was I gonna say? He doesn't flinch when the doctor takes the exam, takes his blood. And court doctor is surprised because he didn't flinch like all the other kids, like even Bakugo flinched. And Katsuki was already cocky at his age, because I'm gonna say his dad, like a rich family. It's like the third richest family, or like fifth, because why not? And yeah, Mitsuki still is good friends with Inko. So yeah, Bakugo is cocky. He's not like kind of like Monoma cocky, but he still's gonna have that. Like, I'm gonna just say, Monoma has Bakugo's personality, and Bakugo has Monoma's personality. Like, Monoma is gonna be like dying and shit like that, but he gonna be like that to Class 1B. Bakugo, like, you trash 1B. A comes before B, so we're better than you, and shit like that. So yeah. And Bakugo's still gonna act like the same towards Ida. He found him to be too stuck up and shit. So yeah. Fuck. Deku's quirk, I actually don't know yet. I was just had this in my mind and shit like that. But I'm gonna say it is shadow manipulation. Wow. It's actually a really good quirk. But the doctor doesn't know this. It just says shadow manipulation. And quirk artist says, kid, you can control like shadows, basically. As Deku finds it a pretty cool quirk. But uh, Inko finds it as a kind of villainous quirk, and Inko is confused because Hisashi has a fire manipulation quirk, and she has like a wind type quirk. And then the doctor explains that sometimes kids don't have like their parents' quirks, like an anomaly or some shit like that. And yeah, so Deku goes to school. He still go to school with Bakugo because uh Bakugo because Mitsuki still wants him to be around Deku. And Inko, like, she doesn't like abuse Deku and shit like that, but she begins to neglect him. Like, she'll cook and then just leave it right there. Like she put it like as leftovers basically. So she'll cook but not tell Deku. She basically won't acknowledge him, and she'll be like he's like, mom. She'll be like, huh? What do you want? Basically like that. So Deku actually figures this out by the age of 7, but we'll go back to when he's 4. He tells everybody in his class about his quirk. Bakugo, the first one to say something. That seemed like a pretty useless quirk, Izuku. Like, what? But I can control shadows. And then Bakugo like, what are shadows gonna do? They can't even touch us and shit like that. And he's like, it's kind of like a villainous quirk too, cause they'll make people think like they're not like, it makes people think that they're dead because they don't have a shadow and shit like that, and it can make them think that they're not dead so they can do anything they want. So like, it's pretty villainous quirk, and it's mostly useless against at least my explosions. I see he pops off explosions and shit like that. And he's like, Deku, you're trash. You're beneath me. And I'm saying some quirkless kids in there. And like, oh, you quirkless and you quirked kids are beneath me. I Katsuki Bakugo. I'm the best in this school and shit like that. And I'm gonna say, and halfway through middle school, Bakugo get transferred out because Mitsuki and Masaru basically can't control Mitsuki. So Mitsuki, like you're not supposed to control people anyway, but like Mitsuki is basically like demanding shit, and he can't do anything about it. So Bakugo goes to school with Ida, Todoroki, and Momo. I know there are more like rich people at schools and shit like that, but I don't really care. And Inasa, yeah, Inasa too. Yeah. So so Bakugo is basically gonna be irrelevant, but Bakugo on his last day, he knew it was gonna be his last day. He says, "This is my last day here, so I'm gonna teach you a lesson, Deku." As Deku's bullying was worse in this one, like way worse. So it's like, I'm gonna say 5 times as much as canon. And his bullying stopped. Like Bakugo, like pushing around Deku and shit, stopped in middle school, but this halfway through middle school, and it's 5 times worse. So that's super bad. He tells Deku, "You're a villain. Why don't you go turn yourself in or jump off a roof and pray for a useful heroic work in your next life, you dumbass Deku," as he explodes him and walks away with his goons. No, he doesn't. Like, he does have goons, but he doesn't walk away with them because he's going home. Deku feel bad, shit like that. So Deku thinks of a resolution to his problems. So he's been doing this resolution, quote unquote, for beginning of middle school. Maybe I know what the resolution is. Deku harms himself, to put it blankly. Basically, he just cuts himself, and he has reasons. He's like, this for being useless, this for being a villain, this for letting Bakugo push you around, this for that. This why your mom don't love you. This why your dad died on your day of birth because of you. And like you can't. And this is because you can't cry. As Deku thinks about this, he's like, why can't I cry? As he remembers, like when he was 3, Inko took him to the doctor, and they say we don't know what's wrong. It probably like something in his brain that makes him can't cry. So yeah. So Deku in high school, he still gets bullied by like other people, but it's like just as basically like Canon Bakugo bullying him basically. So it's less than his middle school, and so he's pretty used to it. And Deku, pretty much a loner. Like he doesn't like to be bothered by people, and he just doesn't necessarily like people. Like he still like Aizawa is still his like Eraserhead is still his favorite hero and shit. But he wants to become a hero to be like Aizawa and shit like that. So he still wants to become a hero, even though people say he got used to squirt. As Deku has been training his body, and he has a whole bunch of endurance because of the beatings. Well, because of the bullying, not the beatings. And he thought about training his quirk while like first semester of high school. So he has been training it, and now Deku can like control his shadows, like to beat up the person's like who shadow it is, and he can teleport shadows. Like he can transfer his body with his shadow or some shit like that. He can go into the shadow realm, and I'm gonna say he's friends with like all the shadows and shit like that. So yeah, that guy's matured and he looks like the picture basically, but with green eyes. And people like saying like he's a villain and shit. Like he can't live but cry. He just ignores it, but he still thinks about it and still cuts because he's sad, basically depressed. Yeah, but he doesn't want to actually commit jump off roof. He doesn't want to do that because he still aspires to be a hero, and he likes Aizawa as a hero, but he's not like All Might, like All Might fanboy on Aizawa. He's like, oh, he's cool and shit like that. Now like fuck, he had like notebooks and shit. So yeah, and so we go to end of high school. 10 months training. I'm gonna say it's in a year now. Deku gets better. He can infuse like shadowic energy into his fist and body and jump. But it's kind of like one for all and chakra basically. So yeah, and he made his own like shit like shadow style, which is basically like a shadowic type of martial arts, which is his own. And he uses like kind of like Black Whip. It basically really is Black Whip, but he calls it Shadow Whip because it's from shadows and shit like that. It's like Shadow Souls or like just shadows, but it's basically just Black Whip. So yeah, Deku ate that. And yeah, that's all Deku got. He been training in martial arts. His body. Oh fuck. Deku looks like in the picture, but it's like he looks like exactly in the picture. But Deku's not actually skinny. He's like more on the lean side. And the reason why he's so lean, like look lean, is because his muscles are so dense and compact that it looks like fuck, you know Adam. Well, you probably don't. Well, you probably do, but Adam from Record of Ragnarok, he has that type of body build, and he's still stronger and shit like that because his muscles are so dense and condensed into his body. So yeah, and we go to the UA entrances as Deku is about to walk in. So UA, and he sees this girl tripping. He doesn't help her though because he doesn't find any need to help her. As this girl catches her balance, and that's it. As he walks in, and this is where I'm gonna be ending the video. Yeah, not really a cliffhanger, just ending it.